North in Finnish Lapland, everything is quiet. Even the reindeers just suddenly appear as if out of nowhere, grazing, making their silent paths through the dense woods. But back to the beginning. Our plan is simple. Go north and see Finland slowly turn into autumn, Ruska. So our first stop on the long way north was one of the most popular recreational areas around Helsinki, Kirkkonummi National Park. And surprisingly, already here, life felt calm.
Hi, I am Magda and this is Olli. We built our camper van Moose and now travel through Europe mostly for kite surfing, and I document our travels with a phone right when it happens so that you actually can follow a van life story without all the cherry picking. So, let's go.
As always, I couldn't wait to see the sea. The shoreline was made of massive stone, the kind you find so often in Finland.
This is the south of Finland. It's just an hour from Helsinki. You have the huts where you can just have fire and all these making his sausages right now. It's, oh my god, I can't believe it. And we're so blessed with the sun. It's amazing. Gonna have some salad. How is it?
Still good. Very hot.
The next morning started with a breakfast on a rock in the middle of the forest. Later we walked to the southernmost tip of the park, Porkkala. Lush forests, mossy green stones, a bird-watching tower, wide views, and more stone shore. And at some point I turned into Pocahontas in a hoodie. On the way back we found a small coffee place hidden along a path, so we charged up on caffeine. Before heading on, I spent a bit more time in the hammock. It already felt like we had gone so far, which made us wonder what would happen if we kept going. The night we stopped at a random spot, not because it was special, but because we were tired. Pasta, closed doors, sleep. In the morning the place looked completely different. One of those moments where you realize how often the best isn't planned at all. Coffee on a dock and the same calm feeling again. Our journey went north now, and this evening we stopped at another random spot in the middle of nowhere.
It's another beautiful morning and we parked this time in the forest here. And there's a lake here. And I just woke up to the noises of a loony.
A water bird with a very distinct call. We went for a walk around the lake and found chanterelles, yellow tasty mushrooms everywhere. So we collected them, only the chanterelles, because those were the only ones we were sure we could eat. Just to stay safe, we actually just picked the chanterelles. Because, well, don't want to end up with food poisoning in the hospital. But there are so many mushrooms everywhere. It's amazing. But of course it's not just mushrooms, it's also the whole ground is covered with blueberries. And sometimes they have still a lot of blueberries on them, but they are also a little bit overripe. And then they are super smudgy and explode the minute you touch them. Like this one. Oh, that went off. This one is actually good. Ollie found a flower wreath by the shore.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. That's how it looks.
Then it was time for a swim.
See?
It's cold, but it's perfect.
For a moment it felt like this could already be enough. How much more nature immersion would it need? But the leaves were just starting to turn, and we still wanted to see the real Ruska. And the reindeers, of course.
Finland chanterelles.
So the next day we kept going north by a lot. 700 kilometers, about 435 miles. Our next stop, Oulu. Oulu came and went quickly. As always, I ran straight to the sea.
The sea, the sea, the sea.
This time the beaches were sandy.
approach.
Oh God.
The next morning we kept going, further north towards Rovaniemi. Then we crossed the Arctic Circle and finally entered Lapland. Here we found a wild river. Another fireplace awaiting, wooden path through dense lush forest. We again found it all randomly without a plan, so if you're not the planning kind, Finland should be your place. Today was the day of a total lunar eclipse. We climbed the bird-watching tower in hopes of witnessing it from there. But then, nothing happened. Only clouds. The next day, reindeer. Just there, suddenly, in the woods, moving through the landscape, unbothered and totally at peace. The further north we drove, the more often they appeared, sometimes running past the moose, sometimes watching us pass. Most of the time we were completely alone. Then we stopped at another lake and went for another swim.
It was cold, but wonderful. I wish I would do that every day.
We definitely had to warm up. We found possibility in a small Lapland coffee shop of interesting nature. Our crepes were prepared on the open fire pit in the middle of the hut. By the time we arrived in Pallas, Ruska had fully arrived too. The birches had turned yellow. The blueberry bushes that were covering the ground had turned red, orange and yellow. It was colorful and wide. Us just walking, taking it all in. At the end of this hike we landed
On the top of the mountain, on the top of the mountain.
Yes, those looked like swimming pools.
I wish I had my bikini and I would go swim.
Sure, it was way too cold, 13 degrees. In the evening, those guys showed up. We grilled some more to get ready for the next morning's hike on the top of one of the highest mountains around. Here the views opened completely. Hills rolling into each other. White sky in every direction. At some point my breath stopped for a moment from the view. And then we even met them again. Lapland's quiet witnesses grazing what they could find. And then of course more reindeers. Like 3 kings, those were resting on the ground. Their antlers were gigantic.
Cute.
Then the weather started turning bad. Endless days of endless rain in the forecast. And we were not eager to stick around, so we turned around. So that's how our journey north ended. And with it our first van life summer in Finland.
Wait, Ollie, can you turn around? Ow! I recorded. I thought I was recording, but I didn't punch it correctly.